Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, just because I wanted to create some very technical content on the Navamsa as well. So if you are a Vedic astrology follower and you believe in getting into the nitty-gritty of any analysis, I'm very much sure that you must be knowing the importance of the D9 chart. So just because recently only I was just talking to one of my good friend from Bharati Vidya Bhavan, and he gave me the PDF notes from his college days and all, and over there I got the access of the Navamsa book of the C.S. Patel sir as well, and some sort of handwritten notes which get shared in the Bharati Vidya Bhavan and all. So somehow I had access to so many of the good concepts which I wanted to present. But just because while presenting those topics, I will be making use of certain terms which might suddenly come very heavy to you. So then I thought that in this video we can have our discussion at least on those two terms, and slowly, gradually, step by step, I will build your base, and then we will straight away jump into it. So guys, when we talk about around the Navamsa degrees, there are certain things which you must have heard. On my channel, I have already talked about the Pushkara Navamsa part of the zodiac. Now this is going to be the area over where, as the name suggests, means that is the zone in the zodiac belt which nourishes us. Now the speciality of this Pushkara Navamsa is that even if a planet is going to be weak over there, as per the sign placement, it still has got this potential capacity to do the less damage. And if a planet is going to be strongly placed over there, the potential of that planet to do good somehow increases manifold. So that is about the Pushkara Navamsa. You must be knowing about the Vargottam as well, that when a planet is going to be placed in the same Navamsa, same zodiac sign, in a very simpler language, both in the ascendant and the D9 chart, that planet somehow becomes strong. So that means you will find the uniformity in the manifestation of the results of that planet. So the body and the soul is going to be resonating on the same level. Now comes the two vulnerable part which I want to discuss in short in this video, and then we will build up into something very good, very elaborative discussion in some next video. Those 2 points which I want to talk about are the Vish Navmansh and the Ashtayamsha. So let's first take up the case of the Vish Navmansh. So Vish Navmansh is, guys, like as the name suggests, if you're not a regular Hindi speaker, so Vish means poison. Now it has been seen that in all the zodiac signs, they're like one zone, one section, one part, like one Navamsa Pada, which is considered as the Vish Navamsa Pada. So if you have any planet being placed over there, that planet somehow get responsible for inflicting poison. Now we know that how can planets inflict poison? So this could be in a way that if it is sun, so your relationship with your father could suffer, or if you're in a authority position, you might have to deal with a lot of the poisonous people around you in terms of negativity, in terms of trying to pull you down, doing any plotting behind your back. If it is moon, we know this thing that you might be victim of your own negative thinking. If it is somehow Mars, this could be a case that you might not get along very well with your own brothers, like irrespective of your Mars being exalted. But if it is placed in that Vish Navamsa Pada, you still have to somehow deal with the negativity at your work front, in your career front. When we talk about from the point of view of Mercury, again guys, Mercury is very easy and prone towards getting into the, if it is being put in any negative influence, it somehow is very much prone towards developing and imbibing the negative qualities, getting into negative mindset. If it is Jupiter being misled by the teacher or the mentors, like always being misguided by people when you need the guidance at the most difficult and the most sensitive times of your life. If it is Venus, in the matters of relationship, you might have to face betrayal. If it is the planet Saturn, we know this thing that Saturn is going to be creating more hardship, more painful experiences you have to go through. If it is Rahu and Ketu, so all these karmic experiences are going to be filled with lot of pain, lot of agony. So guys, the Vish Navamsa zone, which as a beginner if you want to know, so for the signs like I know this as 1 to 6 9, so for the Aries, Taurus, Virgo and the Sagittarius, The very first Navamsa Pada, 0 to 3 degree 20 minutes, is considered as the poison Navamsa Pada. Any planet being placed over there, you have to check it in these degree. It might have the potential to bring result which I just explained. For the 3, 5, 7, 11 means Gemini, Leo, Libra, Aquarius. So guys, in your case, it's the 5th Navamsa Pada, like 13 degree 20 minutes till 16 degree 40 minutes. Any planet being placed in the Gemini, Leo, Libra, Aquarius in this 5th Navamsa Pada, 13 degree 20 minutes to 16 degree 40 minutes, is placed in the Vish Navamsa Pada. And any planet in the Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn and the Pisces being in the 9th Navamsa Pada, which is from 26 degree 40 minutes till 30 degree, is placed in the Vish Navamsa Pada. So that means it is, or it will carry the potential and energy of some sort of innate negativity attached to it. Now guys, see, Cancer, we know that Jupiter gets exalted over there. Capricorn, Mars attains exaltation over there. But if a planet is placed in the 9th Navamsa Pada, then it is placed in the Vish Navamsa Pada. And guys, for the Ashtyamsha, so we all know this thing that, see, Ashtyamsha cannot happen for the fixed signs. It can only happen for the movable signs and for the dual signs. So as you can see in the chart on your screen, so any planet being placed in this Pada, so that means in the Navamsa, it is placed in the Ashtyamsha. So that means what you are seeing on the front of the vibration of that planet, deep inside there is a lot of turmoil and transformative energy which might surprise you, which might startle you. So for example, when we talk about Aries to Scorpio, we know that how intense could it get. From the Gemini's point of view, Gemini to Capricorn, it is still not as threatful. Rather, I would say making use of your intelligence to develop something. Like people on surface might see you as very childlike, very immature, but they do not know deep inside you have got a lot of planning going on. And you are the most focused kid. Like someone who always asks everyone, hey, let's go for play, why to do homework? And you are the one who is always topping the class. Why? Because you are doing it when you get back home. For the Cancer guys, so for the Cancer as well, it is going to be the Aquarius Navamsa. So that in itself tells about that you are emotional, filled with feelings, but deep inside very futuristic as well. When it comes down to the Virgo, so over there from Virgo, you are heading towards the Aries. Over there's going to be conflict, because for the Virgo, it has to do more with the balance and perfection. And Aries is always a good starter, but a very bad finisher. For the Libra point of view guys, from the Libra, it is going to be the Ashtyamsha is going to be the Taurus, which is again a strengthened position. From the Sagittarius, it is going to be from Sagittarius reaching till Cancer. So the fiery qualities get imbibed in the waterly, passion, nourishing qualities of the Cancer. From the Capricorn, it is going to be transitioning into the Leo Navamsa. Now, in their case, this Navamsa Pada is little bit sensitive in this regard, that because if it is going to be a planet like Saturn, which is very well potent and strengthened, but it is going to get weak in the Navamsa. But if we talk about from the point of view of the planet Jupiter, Jupiter might look debilitated, might look very practical, but deep inside it has got that regality, authority and divinity within it. And when we talk about from the Pisces point of view, so we know this thing guys, from Pisces to Libra, so from being very sacrificing, but your all these healing, empathy, feeling driven nature and qualities of the planets are going to be getting rewarded with establishing good relationship with people as well. Like if you are there to support people in their bad times, these are those people with whom you are going to have a lifelong relationship. So yes guys, Ashtyamsha and the Vish Navamsa was the one topic which I wanted to talk about, and now I have already started making slides and notes on this very beautiful book on written by C.S. Patel sir on Navamsa, and just basis the degrees, he has also predicted that okay, this year is going to be very significant event. If this planet is in this Navamsa, if you are a Cancer Navamsa rising, so your Cancer sign is rising in the D9 chart. So means this year will have some fortunate event in your life. So that sort of combination. But for me, in order to explain that, I needed to talk about Vish Navamsa and the Ashtyamsha as well. So now after this, I will look forward to I'm so sorry, you guys have to look forward to, and I will bring that topic. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.